Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLune 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Brit, 28, arrested in Trump immigration crackdown after visa error, as she's locked up in orange jumpsuit in U.S. prison. A British tourist's dream trip has turned into a nightmare after a visa mix-up led to her being detained at the U.S. border. Becky Burke, 28, was detained 10 days ago at a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE processing center in Washington state, according to her family. Becky's dad, Paul Burke, said she tried to cross the border into Canada, but was denied entry due to an incorrect visa. But when she tried to return to the U.S., she was refused re-entry and treated like an illegal alien. Her dad said he could not understand why she was locked up, and she's in an orange prison jumpsuit while the paperwork gets sorted out. Paul said, "What was meant to be a life-changing 4-month backpacking trip across North America has turned into a nightmare." Becky now finds herself in horrendous conditions. Her dad said, "She is sharing a cell, surviving on a diet of cold rice, potatoes, and beans. She is vegan and has limited access to phone calls. Visitors are restricted to speaking through a glass screen via telephone. All her possessions have been confiscated, and she feels isolated and desperate to come home." Becky's family is not American, which means they cannot add money to her inmate account for her to buy essentials, so they have had to reach out to some American friends to help. The comic book artist from Wales was on a 4-month backpacking trip across North America. Becky shared photos and comic sketches about her travels to her Instagram account. She posted reels of herself ice skating in Manhattan's Central Park, running across a beach, and trekking through a pine forest. While traveling, she got free accommodation in exchange for helping host families around the house. Becky had flown from New York to Portland, Oregon, where she spent time with a host family. At the end of February, she traveled to Seattle and had planned to travel to Vancouver in Canada to stay with another family. But when she reached the border, Paul said she was denied entry because of fears she may try to work illegally. He said he thought this may be because authorities suspected her accommodation arrangements broke the terms of her tourist visa. Becky's family is desperate for her to come home and has requested voluntary departure, but it has been radio silence. The family has been told voluntary departure has to be approved by a judge, but said that they do not know how to make that happen. A spokesperson for the FCDO said, "We are supporting a British national detained in the USA and are in contact with the local authorities." But they wouldn't give any further update as to wider U.S. detentions of UK tourists. Paul said he wanted to warn other travelers to be very careful about visa requirements. Becky's detention comes in the wake of Trump's immigration crackdown.